All right, we're going to give this thing a try. Let's get this going.
They really should have let us drink while we were working. That would have been so much better.
Bro, if I was still drinking back then, I would have been having some shit in my cup every single fucking day. Hold up.
But
Hold
also,
up.
no, it's not really the vibe.
What up, Haley?
On TikTok.
Dude,
Yeah.
I heard Joseph one time said he was working with you, and then he said that you went to Olive Garden and drank beforehand, and he said he was so mad at you because
Joseph?
So Olive Garden and drank. You crazy as hell.
Him and I, we went to Olive Garden, and then we obviously had.
Joseph always goes to the Olive Garden. His fucking.
Why? He likes endless breadsticks and salad?
We also went to Natalie's, and I also had a glass of
Natalie's?
wine.
Bro, Natalie's is fire.
It is.
I've never been there.
Yeah, man, I got that those breaded steak,
Dude,
noodles.
I was trying to eat at all the restaurants on the street.
Yeah.
And then now I don't work there, so
Also,
I can't.
hey, also shout out to Burger Bun on Central.
Hey, shout out to Burger Bun.
Oh, holy fuck, we're giving away the location of the office. Ah!
Fuck.
Oh well.
Do you wanna log on to
Yeah,
it, like just in case people?
Yeah, let me get up on here.
Yeah.
What's up, everybody?
What is up, guys?
Witnessing history right now.
We are.
Welcome to our new pod series. This is Selling Our Souls.
Yo, what up?
It's Chillin' Dylan, aka Palm.
DJ Justin, aka the grooviest DJ in Glendale.
Oh my god, Chloe Coyote.
Let's get it. All right. So, why we're gathered here today because, TikTok got banned.
We all used to work for a TikTok company. It is what it is. So we're here. We want to talk about current events type shit, and we're just trying to have fun with the audience.
Yep.
Like,
right,
you know.
Here we go.
All right.
So anyway.
Shout out to anybody that is tuning in right now.
Shout out to those wonderful viewers.
Yeah, let me
share that live like we notoriously do.
Sir.
Let's share that live. I look a little crooked like a cop. Let me,
hey, yo, that's crazy.
Come on.
All right, so we're just getting this
we're getting started. We're getting the motor running. How's everybody's Sunday out there, man? Happy Martin Luther King.
Hey, happy yes, sir.
I had a dream I made two rad ass friends.
Okay, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Working.
I had a dream we made a tight ass podcast and this shit actually popped the fuck off.
I had a dream a bunch of crazy fires broke out and then half of fucking LA, including.
I had a dream where I made a fuck ton of money. Shit, dude.
I had a dream where I moved up out my mama house and then I had to move back in because my bitch was tripping.
God damn, bro. That is why I'm, bro. Sheesh. God damn, bro.
Meanwhile, I'm still sharing this live.
Hey, you do your thing. Y'all want to get straight into it? Should we kind of like talk about how we met? All right. So I guess I'll start because I was probably one of the company the longest. So myself, which my name is Justin, Dylan, and Chloe. It's like when you reintroduce, you have to oh, by the way, guys, my name is so and so. Like I'm just not gonna assume like, oh yeah, you guys already know who I am.
Exactly.
So we all worked for a company where we were advertising for companies through the channel of TikTok, and so I was more so the person behind the screen. I handled like analytics, the more business side of shit.
What up, Switch Gang? Shouts to Switch Gang Perry.
Switch Gang, hey, yes sir. So I handled analytics and stuff, and basically we got Dylan and Chloe on as hosts, as personalities, to help sell the brands that we were advertising, and we would try to make money and sales through, the channel of TikTok, because we know that social media is obviously the future, and so, yes sir, JT Loco.
Shout out to JT Loco, my
yes sir,
yes sir. What's happening? It's DJ Justin. I know this is probably the first time y'all see it in my face here, so yeah, this is me. Basically, the three of us met in late quarter 2024. We're working for an agency that partners with different brands to sell products on TikTok, mostly shoes, apparel.
Yeah.
Shout out to Silos One.
Hey, shout out to Silos One.
That was our main client. That was our main client.
I was in charge of that shit. That was most of my responsibility. If y'all are watching this, keep trying your thing. And
we appreciate people tuning in from
y'all need to re-examine and reanalyze your business strategy. But other than that, I get it. I'm just merely an employee. I'm not a main person in the company. Y'all don't understand my point of view, and that's okay. But do your thing. Keep it going. Are y'all from Silos? Yes, I'm from Silos.
We're not really from Silos. Silos was the client to the agency.
Yeah.
So we never worked for Silos 1. But
well, technically I did. Sure. I technically did. Yeah. I was the one who ran the account from the back end and shit. At least from like the TikTok and everything. So we worked for a company where we represented Silos. So we were a marketing agency basically, but our main channel of marketing is through TikTok. So we were representing multiple brands and multiple companies through TikTok. It just happened to be that joking for sure. It just happened to be that I was the one who was in charge of the Silos 1 brand. So most of the stuff that, at least from my point of view, is going to come from the managing the Silos 1 account and all the responsibilities that entails. Joking, Chloe. Yes, that's Chloe.
Okay.
Who's Tice Schoberg? Is that masturbate?
No, Tice is a shout out to the little homie from Denmark.
Oh, that's the little German boy.
Yeah, no, that's not the little German boy. It's the little Danish boy.
No.
Shout out to all of the loyal viewers. Yes, the beauty of working this job has been connecting with a whole new fan base.
No, for real.
Gaining new supporters from all over the world.
What's up, Tice? Yep.
But one of the reasons I wanted to collab with my friends here to do this show is
I'm Justin.
We were all up, dog? Yeah, he's never appered before on camera.
This is the first time. Yes, this is me. Yes.
Oh my god, he's a real person.
Yeah, I'm a real person.
Yeah.
Holy shit, dog. Yeah. That's crazy.
Yeah, so
yes, sir.
We were all people. We were all people before this.
Oh shit,
but yeah,
dude,
we were all doing content.
Dude, crazy. I would have never guessed that, dog.
Chloe, tell us a little about yourself. You've been a crowd favorite in multiple lives and multiple things I've hosted.
Yeah.
So.
No, okay, yes, guys. Hi, everybody. Oh my gosh, it's Chloe.
Share the live with him.
No, you're so right, Switch Gang.
Southern Grips.
Yes. Share it to the young man, Austin.
Share it to Austin.
Share it to the homie, Austin. Yes.
Yes. All the homies, hello. What's up, you guys? I love it because, honestly, I only tuned into Silos because of your guys' live. You guys made that shoe brand look cool. Feel cool. So I was always on board from that get-go. But I work with them as a TikTok host, and I forgot what the question was.
It's just what were you doing prior to starting at Brand Pal?
Okay.
Well, I was actually working at another company that sells fitness clothes.
Okay.
And it was a TikTok account, and I loved them. And they were so amazing.
So why did you stop working for them then?
Because summer ended, and the fitness clothes left, and they wanted us to sell these, ugly bras, and very, grandma-ish bras, and, I can sell anything that I like.
No, that's fair. Yeah.
But it was just too much, and so
they said Gym Glimmer. Hey, we're you supposed to go live on Gym Glimmer today?
Yes, I was supposed to go live. You guys, I tried. We tried it.
So anyway, we wanted to launch our own independent series just to let people know that this is really us. Not that I'm being authentically me at all times. I don't know if y'all can tell, but when I'm on Moon Gone and I'm cussing, I'm listening to my music, and I'm vibing.
Yes, sir.
We're authentically us, but this is our chance. This is your chance to ask any questions.
Up?
Oh, what up, Austin?
Hey!
So this is your chance to ask any questions to the three of us. Again, DJ Justin has never made a on-camera content appearance.
I made a lot of promises about hitting 40K and showing up on camera, but the time is coming past for that. Chloe, are you friends with Hannah?
Who's Hannah?
Who's Hannah?
Oh shit. You don't? Oh, okay.
Wait.
Hannah's...
Lisa?
No. No.
More!
No, we can't. Not gonna get
Hannah's another girl. She's like a white girl.
Yes.
The brunette, curly hair.
Yeah, Hannah from Gym Glimmer. Yeah, she's so cute. I love her.
Yeah.
What was the question? Are you friends with Hannah?
Yes. Also, Southern Drip says it's masturbate.
What's up? Yeah.
Hey, what's up, Austin?
I just want to give Austin his props because this kid has kept a lot of the momentum going.
Oh, I love that.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
And has been stuck by my side and really
shout out Austin. It's Justin from That's crazy.
When I would Austin, when I would be live at Kill Winner, this is the dude who is usually behind the camera.
Yes, sir. It's me. Yes, sir.
Shout out to my brother Jose in the chat.
Hey, what's up with it?
This is the guy who, I'd be going live with and be the voice behind the camera.
Hey, Austin, you trying to smash Hannah? That's crazy, dude.
Yeah. Austin is a 17-year-old who lives in Florida. So
hey, bro, you ain't got no game. Hey, bro, you don't know me, dog. You don't know shit about me, dog.
Yeah.
But now I can say that hey, I don't know about that's a crazy take. I don't know about saying you can't make me here.
Oh yeah, we're gonna be working the kinks out, but I guess welcome to the Wild Wild West, which is this new show.
Hey, you think I need to mute me, bro?
Yeah.
Oh, you know everything. Oh, what you know about me, Austin?
Right,
what you know about me, bro?
Don't too much attention to it, but yeah, man, we appreciate you tuning in. We got a lot of dope topics for you guys.
Yes, sir.
So hang on tight. Everybody, get yourselves together.
Well, I think since we're already on the topic, let's get it started.
The TikTok ban.
Yeah, exactly. Let's start talking about the TikTok ban. How do we feel about that? How do we feel about that so far? Especially going forward, knowing that it's also unbanned currently, and I'm only saying currently because Trump has currently put an extension on it, but it's not like TikTok is free, You know what? You're so right, because TikTok was a whole bunch.
Get your point across before you.
All right, yeah. So, we only have an extension on TikTok being unbanned. So there's no saying whether it's gonna go one way or another. So, for all the people that are like cheering on that it's back, like I wouldn't count your blessings too soon. Because you can never know when like you're gonna be like, oh, Trump actually didn't really save it, and like he just gave it an extension, but like we still have to go dark. You know what I mean? My sense of it has always been until TikTok actually sells like the rights that they have, which the biggest thing that they want to. Sure, yeah, you can swear. The biggest thing that they want to, that the U.S. wants from TikTok is the algorithm. So that is like, what makes your feed the feed that it is, which TikTok isn't willing to sell. So until that's willing to happen, in my opinion, I think something else like TikTok will exist and will take TikTok's place. And unless TikTok is willing to sell their, basically their secret sauce, there's that, the future of TikTok is, for the most part, uncertain until something like that happens. Or, if another app comes along and, basically takes TikTok's thunder. Because if there's any, I know a lot of app developers are out there probably like, okay, this is my app's time to shine. Mm-hmm. So, if anyone can steal TikTok's thunder from right now until... whatever gets resolved. But, right now is a perfect opportunity for any company to come in and, just really capitalize on what TikTok has done. And they know that the market's here for that. So they know that there is, a bag to be had there. So, until someone claims that bag, it's just, everything is kind of up in the air right now. That's my 2 cents on it.
Chloe, as somebody who also makes a living on TikTok, what was your reaction to the ban? Did you think it was really going to happen? And now that it happened for less than 24 hours and TikTok seems to be back now, how are you feeling? What are you thinking is the next thing for us?
Dude, honestly, when that message popped up, I was bummed. I had a little bit of a tear because I was like, I can't connect with cool people in the world. And it kind of set in a weird way. And I was emotional and I woke up and I was on Twitter. Trying to giggle and laugh.
Twitter, you mean X? That's crazy.
Oh, sorry, X. And
hey, shout out to Elon Musk, bro. Yo, if you showed up in our podcast on this live, that'd be so sick.
Hey, Elon, fuck you.
Hey, bro, I'm sure that you're too busy paying kids $20,000 for their Path of Exile accounts. So it's cool.
I heard he's gonna buy TikTok.
Hey, bro, spend more money on TikTok and have your bitch not fuck you. That's crazy, dog. Anyways.
Done.
All right.
Yo, hey, shout out to Sideshow Berg. And yeah, we know Chloe's a crowd favorite here.
No, honestly, I love it so much. It's so but yeah, anyway, so then I woke up and then I asked my boss, like, oh, are you still working today? And she's like, yeah, the lives are still going strong. So I'm like, okay, the Australians and the Canadians are still buying, you know?
Yeah, all right.
So
and people from the UK,
I
for
showed up to work and then they gives us a message as soon as we try to go live. And so I'm like, okay. But I was actually kind of glad to have it back, but I can tell that the algorithm is not algorithming.
Right.
And my views aren't viewing.
Dude, I'm telling you, that shit's cooked. It's cooked.
But,
it's fucking cooked, bro.
Yeah, I don't know how to feel.
I mean, I don't know. Let us know how you guys feel about the TikTok ban.
Yeah.
We'd love to hear what you guys think about the TikTok ban personally.
Let's update that real quick. My bad. Hit this goddamn table. Bull in the China.
Bro, dude, I will move this table more. Shout outs to the 7 people viewing.
Yeah, shout out to the chat. Shout out to the chat.
Shout outs to the chat.
Chat going brazy.
You guys are staying here for us.
All right. Wow, would have thought
Chloe, myself, and Dylan. And I know y'all mostly here for Dylan and Chloe, and it's your first time seeing my face on the camera. But
all
right, so
yes.
So the homie Swish Gang Perry from Atlanta has asked, "Wow, would have Moon gone and Silos done it be permanent?" To be honest with you, again, to spite.
Oh, you gotta straighten that out a little bit more.
This is crazy.
No, you're good. You're good.
Check once. Can you see us straight?
It's not that. A little bit more, like to the right.
To my way.
Like up more.
Up more. Easy.
Look. There we go. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
So I mean, the companies are going to. I think the companies are going to remain.
Yeah.
They're gonna look for different channels to promote their shit. Whether it's Instagram, whether it's YouTube, whatever next platform is going to next replace TikTok, which I think that's most likely. My thoughts is most likely they're probably going to show up a bigger presence on Instagram because that's something that is assured already. So that's something that is, there's not a lot of investment that they need to put behind it. Like there's already accounts. They're already assured that those accounts are going to remain live and on air in the US. So if they can expand their Instagram reach and then, just basically prepare themselves for whatever the next, app is going to be, whatever the next app is, whether TikTok either makes its comeback, which, I mean, I'm sure a lot of people have a lot of hope in it because people are already comfortable with TikTok. They know what TikTok's like. People in general are scared of the future. But at the end of the day, there will be an app that will fulfill TikTok's purpose. It doesn't have to be TikTok. It could be some other app. So whatever the next app that's ready to take TikTok's place, then people will flock to that. They will do their thing. They keep on growing, keep on reaching out to people. Because at the end of the day, what people want out of TikTok is the connection. I mean, the fact that even anybody is in our chat right now is because that they have resonated with either Chloe, Dylan, or even myself through TikTok. So TikTok at the end of the day is just a medium.
Okay, here's the thing. Yeah, the content can exist other places. Other apps are capable of going live and doing the exact same thing.
100%.
The question is, are we going to move or are we going to stay? Now, I know a lot of people are concerned, where am I going next or where is Chloe going next? We're going to find other jobs, you guys. We are...
Me too. He didn't include me in that, but me too.
Yeah, we are all going to be fine. We're going to land somewhere.
Yeah, 100%.
I'm blessed to, have a supportive mother and a great support system.
Hey, shout out to the moms out there.
Shout out to the moms.
Hey, my mom's super supportive too, bro.
Yeah, very, very.
Hey.
We don't want to give away.
Firsthand.
We don't want to give away too much kill winner lore, but hey, man. Shout out to Mrs. Chan. That's all we got to say.
Hey, shout out to Lena.
Shout out to Lena.
Yeah. Lena's a cool ass woman.
Okay.
Hey, bro.
Yeah. Austin, again, this is our first time doing this as a new trio form. So, but mind you, we did this because of you guys. You guys were the supporters.
Yes, sir.
If it was not for real fans,
oh God,
in our ear,
if you guys weren't out here supporting us, we would not have the platform to do this.
This is the platform.
I would deadass be on. on Indeed right now looking for more jobs, which I probably will still do in the future. Which I will still probably do in the future. But at the end of the day, I'm still happy that you guys are giving us this platform, and that you guys are even giving us the attention.
Listen, guys, I'm not one for conspiracy theories, but I also do believe that Donald Trump may be an orchestrated plot to say on his first day of office, "Ooh, look what I did."
No, 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tyson, this is history in the making.
This is podcast episode number 1. Yeah. So you're watching episode number 1 right now. Time. This is our first time trying it. Yeah. We're just trying to see the vibe. And we're trying to see if y'all fuck with this.
Yeah. And if you missed the show after, this, we'll upload this to my YouTube channel. Okay.
Hey,
Austin, when you turn 21, I got you.
Hey, bro, you ain't got that money for that, bro. You ain't gonna fly to LA for a party with us.
Hey, don't diss our viewer and our loyal supporter. He'll get on your motherfucking nerves, but that's the little homie. Do not protect Austin at all costs. Protect Austin at all costs.
I like talking shit, bro. Yeah. I don't know if you ever. I don't know if y'all ever picked that up for the fucking for the Kill Winner podcast or the Kill Winner lives, but I actually love talking shit.
We love and this is why we wanted to elevate.
Bro, you don't know me.
Austin hit the TI. He said, "You don't know me."
All right. Hey, that's all cap, bro.
So, next topic we should move on to is.
I'm gonna blow your front door. Hey, okay, Austin. Yeah, pull my front door, dog. Do it.
Don't acknowledge everything I'm saying.
No, I know. I was a bunch of people.
Sorry, I got camera personality. Got to train the board.
No, I feel it.
Guy.
Hey, yo, chill.
But getting back to this list, which we never left.
Yeah, what's the next list?
All right. So the LA fires, the wildfires, has really impacted our community here in LA.
No
County.
volume. Oh, that's what Stephen Noble said. Oh, watch out.
Check 1 2.
Hey, y'all can hear it. Well,
can you hear us?
I don't know if he said the truth, because everyone else, you don't want to smoke.
Guys, can you hear us?
Austin.
Guys, stop acknowledging him.
All right, for sure.
Guys, can you hear us? Check 1 2.
No, they can definitely hear us. Austin's acknowledging shit I'm saying.
Yeah, they're acknowledging. Steve, it might be on your end, man. Yeah, shout out to my man, Stephen Noble. I used to page with him at Television City.
Oh, okay, see, he said we good. He said we good.
Cool. How you doing, homie?
So we're the next topic, LA fires, like you said.
So LA County's been really impacted by this tremendously.
Yep.
I don't know, the death toll's up to 25. We're talking almost 100,000 acres burned, if not more. Yeah. Personally, this really, really hit home, and I'm blessed to have a home to still come home to. I can't say the same for some of my good friends from Altadena. My mom works at a school in Altadena, which burnt down except for 2 buildings. We know a lot of people who have lost their homes. So prayers up to everybody affected by this. And I've been donating and figuring out ways of how to be supportive in these times. The question on our minds is, Chloe, I want to start with you with this. What does LA do to rebuild, and what does this mean economically, as this is the most expensive natural disaster in U.S. history?
You know what? As long as they give as many resources to the people affected, we'll be good. Kind of like, when you were able to get the PPP loan and you were able to So what needs to happen is that everybody needs to have more than enough to rebuild their life in whatever way that is. And just also remember when you're making big decisions, because I didn't have a car note. I got hit, and then I had to buy a new car, and then I didn't really realize, again, you have to get the car note. Mm-hmm. You have your settlement check. Yeah. But, so it's just, as long as they have the resources, that's all I want for them, is to have more than enough.
Okay, my 2 cents on it is that, so the big conspiracy theory is that a lot of the big, insurance companies pulled out of fire insurance out of LA.
What's up to my cousin Christina?
Either a year to, slash, a couple of months before all of this happened. And, I mean, that being said, I will say this, that I know a lot of the insurance companies are, probably, shitting themselves right now because they have to pay out huge settlements. And they were trying to get out of it, but the thing is, because this is such a big deal, it made national headlines, and it's a national event, all this shit, like they're gonna have to pay out that money.
No, 1,000%. I saw that I forget who it was, but he's like, I want all the insurance companies who dropped their, clients within a month
it seems like it's weaponized towards like the city of Los Angeles. So like, you guys aren't gonna try to fucking Sorry.
To answer your question, Austin, Aaron, I had one conversation with Aaron. Shout out to my man Aaron Reeves.
Hey, shout out
great guy, talented guy, fantastic guy.
That's my boy right there.
We definitely are interested in working with him and collaborating with him in the future.
Yes, sir.
But for now, this trio is pretty tight knit. We are the main cast, so get used to it being the three of us. But there are other personalities we do want to bring on.
Yeah, we do want to have a. We just want to see if you guys fuck with this entire concept.
We gotta get a foundation as a trio.
True. Yeah, so
but there's a lot of people. If you guys know the back history with Palm, some of you guys just know me from selling shoes. But prior to this, there were a lot other podcasts that you saw on my channels and my networks, such as Thickness Protection Program and Beatbox and Killer Combos. So we're always, I'm always expanding the cast and wanting to experiment with different artists and creators. Yep. So I'm kind of moving a little bit away from the traditional, interviews with artists. We're still sitting on couches, talking.
Yeah.
But we're a little more like, so tell me a little less on the personal. Tell me about your new album and more about
so it's just more personal.
Yeah, the newsworthy stuff.
Yeah. Personal, current events.
You get with a solid click.
Yeah.
No.
But
that was funny.
That's
Keep going.
Funny. I mean, from my point of view, because at least I'm so glad that my homie Dylan here has a place to come back to because he is super affected by the fires. Yeah. He is very close to it. Where I live and myself, I mean, dude, we are shooting this podcast from my apartment. So, obviously, where I'm living is chilling. But, obviously, I'm not from LA, so I have family that's been worrying about me. And, just to clear the air, where I'm living, which is Koreatown, is totally good. But I totally feel for no, you're good. I totally feel for all the people that are out there that have been affected by the fires, that have lost either, their homes, all their personal belongings, all that stuff. Their entire livelihood, the entire life that they built has been lost to these fires. And to be honest, I think that, one, insurance companies are going to cover a lot of the damage that's happened. On top of that, we're getting a lot of federal assistance because this is a national emergency, a national tragedy that has affected so many people. And on top of that, dude, we're okay, not to sound vain or anything, but we do live in LA and we do have the World Cup coming to LA next year. And we not only that, we have the
Olympics coming.
Olympics in 2028. Yeah. So we have an image to project, especially for America to the rest of the world. Yeah. So America isn't gonna let LA just kind of fucking burn.
Yeah, right. This is the second biggest city in the country.
Yeah. I mean. So to be completely honest, I know we're good because we live in LA. If we're in LA or New York, the world has to see us in a positive light.
It's just the access to the resources that we have. The bigger the population, the more good we're going to be is because we got more access to stuff.
No, for real.
However, it was interesting that early Wednesday morning when my mom and I were evacuating, she brought up back in 1992, right before I was born, that when the Rodney King riots happened, she turned to my father, her late husband, RIP to my dad. She turns to my dad and says, if some crazy disaster happened, we'd be fucked. Because just look at the way the roads close, look at the way they do stuff with the highways, how hard it is to get people out of things, and lo and behold, 32 years later, look where we're at.
Yeah, no, people were were you affected by the fires? And it's not and I was just because the homie was, you know? So it's I actually know somebody who has been seriously affected in that. You still feel a lot of empathy for that, you know what I mean? Because exactly you're rebuilding, and everyone can rebuild, but it's very traumatic, I think, and
I mean, how are you personally affected by the fires? Because obviously, Dylan's given his 2 cents. I've giving my like 2 cents. So like, how was the fires for you? Like when it came in, like what were you thinking? How were you feeling? Like how did it affect you personally? And you know.
Yeah, absolutely. I actually got really sick that day. Like I don't know. I honestly thought someone poisoned me. That's how sick I got. And the fires were happening at the same time. So I left work, which we lived near Pasadena. I mean, I work near Pasadena, and like Atwater Village. It's So I would have seriously seen what was going on, but I was inside, and then I woke up to everything. And honestly, when you guys hit me up and told me like shit was going down, is when it got serious as fuck for me. And I could still see the Hollywood sign, and I was just kind of bracing.
No, for sure.
But at that point, obviously, people had already been seriously affected, so it was just really surreal, and you know, felt bad just because you know it's just very traumatic. So. But I still had to go back to work, and my friend lived near Altadena. Like, if the wind went the other way, it would have cleared out that portion.
No, for sure,
So she was lucky because the fire was over the ridge. So I checked up on a lot of people, and and just knowing clients and things like that, like, it's a lot. It's a lot. But yeah, so, and I feel kind of bad because I've seen things where you can, like, get help and stuff, but I feel like I'm not posting that enough. Do you guys have that? Like,
right.
figuring out, like,
no, I mean...
giving people, I don't know, I'm like,
I mean, that person? Yeah, I probably should be posting more of that stuff.
Know?
I mean, like, and should be helping, I mean, the personal thing for me, though, is, like, the reason why I'm not posting that is just because I don't really know that many people that are really affected by the fire. So I feel like, not to say that I wouldn't love posting that, but it's just like, if it's not really going to get to the right people, then it's like, it's not worth the, like, it's just like falling on deaf ears, you know what I mean?
Sure.
It's, you know, sharing on social media does help.
Yeah.
But also actions help too.
Yeah.
Donations do help too.
No, 100%.
So rather than, you know, a post to my story that's going to be gone in 24 hours and I'm going to get, you know, 200 views at best. Yeah. You know, oops, sorry, I'm shooting myself in the foot for music promo. But, you know, rather than do that, I'd rather roll up my sleeves, get out there and donate. I have a lot of clothes that, you know, donation centers don't even want clothes anymore because they, you know, people use that as an opportunity to get rid of all their old stuff.
Right. But, like, I think right now is, like, a perfect time for people to donate. I mean, fuck, dude. I've had a bag of clothes that I've been meaning to donate for like over a year now.
Right.
And like, you know, if there's any time that's, you know, to donate towards anybody of need, especially within my local community, now's the time, right?
Again, Tice, we shout out to Antonio. Again, we gotta solidify with the three of us first. We don't know where he is literally, but like,
I mean, I kind of do. I have talked to him. Yeah, homie resides out of Culver City, but yeah, this is a main idea between the three of us. So,
but what an idea! We're gonna have an episode with like.
No. We're
definitely, but keep commenting.
No. Let us know who else you want to. If you want to see Antonio, if you want to see Aaron. Bro, if you want to see Hannah on like, dude,
one personality I definitely. You guys may not be aware of this young lady, but Anita streams out of the same building that Moongon's in, as well as the same building that Killwinner's in.
Okay, yeah.
Anita is on.
Anita?
Yeah.
Wait, Anita streams out of the same building on different.
I told you that. Yeah, she works for Firesty, which is a plus size dress line. Okay. Same building as.
Shout out to Anita.
Shout out to Anita. She has an awesome personality.
I love Anita too.
She's originally from Virginia, a state that I called home during my college years.
Okay.
So I definitely want to get Anita on here too.
Yes,
also,
sir.
Being a body positivity advocate, you know, I'm thinking protection program.
Yes, sir.
I definitely got to do that. And Austin, you are seeing the vision, my brother.
Yes,
my
sir.
nephew, you totally see the vision.
Yes, sir.
We're gonna get there, man. We're gonna get there. Again, you know, this is a...
Hey, yo, Tice, my boy, you need to
Tice,
chill.
do me a favor, homie, shut the fuck up.
You need to chill, my guy.
You need to chill, man.
You need to chill, my dude.
Yeah, man, I can still, you know... Yeah, let's, you know...
The homie Tyshoberg. We just call him Tice because we're trying to make it short, bro.
Yeah.
Oh, that was way too much.
Anyways, so I think that's enough about. Should we move on to the next topic? What's the next?
for interesting.
What's the next topic?
All right, next topic.
Yeah, next topic.
All right. Luigi Mangone.
Okay.
How do you say his last name?
I think Mangione.
Luigi Moongone.
Yo, okay. I used to work for an Italian company, so I'm pretty sure Luigi Mangione. But so Luigi Mangione, he was the guy that assassinated a healthcare insurance CEO, which means that that person doesn't even provide healthcare. They are the company that you pay so you can get healthcare where you don't have to sell your right arm, your left leg, and maybe your left nut too to get some good healthcare. So basically his whole thing is that our healthcare system here in the U.S. is BS. We pay too much money for not enough coverage for the money to not even go into the doctor's pockets. I'll just say it like that. And for us to be paying the amount of money that we are not getting any care or coverage that we are paying for. So me paraphrasing from his manifesto, which I have never read, the American people deserve more than what we are given, and we pay enough where we are in a sense entitled to better healthcare because we pay the money for it and that shit. I mean, maybe I'm entitled.
Listen. You can have this higher moral ground thing, but at the end of the day, murder's murder. Chloe, what was your reaction to Brian Thompson being murdered allegedly by Luigi Mangone and the whole shebang? You've been following it.
Well, so I kind of had a conspiracy because, obviously, I looked at him like most, ladies did. In the sense that I kind of looked at it like,
you can just say he's hot. Just say he's hot.
I know.
Just say he's hot. Just say he's hot. Why are you trying to
get around? Can we let her talk, please?
Right, I want to go deeper than that, and I want to be I looked at him like this hero Prince Charming type of guy. It was very sexy, and it was very, but only just because I'm fucking, what's it called? When you're that lethal phase or whatever, So it's but long story short, I was smoking or whatever. And then I was hi, and I was oh fuck, I feel like the government wants us to idolize a hot person who's taking a stand because they want us to be little warriors. And when they go to war with the drones and stuff, they need little warriors. So I looked at it as a very weird concept.
Okay.
I was why do I think this guy is hot when exactly he's technically, he murdered somebody,
okay, y'all don't let me finish. So my whole thing is, even though I do agree with the cause and stuff that he is standing behind, I still don't think that, him doing it, him, going out there and murdering CEO, I don't agree with that. And, I guess from a certain point of view, it does put... In a sense, for me, it's kind of like that sentiment that even gods can bleed, because it's it basically shows to the CEO. Because let's be honest, these CEOs have been going on acting like they're bulletproof, that they're untouchable. But I feel an event like this goes to show that they are just as human as the rest of us. They have just as mortal fears as the rest of us. They're people at the end of the day. And so we don't have to put them in such high reverence as we normally do because, obviously they represent success and all of that. But to go off of also what Dylan said, we aren't trying to idolize someone that...
Yeah. Because let me just tell you something. Yeah. If Luigi Mangone would have looked like me, it wouldn't have been a news story. It'd have been nigga shoots white man, nigga goes to jail. The end.
Yeah. So I think that's another aspect to look at it. But I think there's a lot. It's obviously a complex, story.
Yeah.
I don't think there's any particular one takeaway from this. You know what I mean? I don't think there's technically a quote unquote right answer. But that's kind of why I think it's important for us to talk about stuff like this, because there's no moral high ground. There's no grandstanding, and people can make the argument that there's a moral high ground because of in their minds the U.S. healthcare system murders hundreds of people every day. So what is one health? But at the end of the day, that is pure speculation.
I also believe that we have culturally turned this corner where America... I like your Passion Pit poster, by the way.
Thank you.
I believe that Americans have culturally
Shout out to Coachella 2014.
We've culturally turned this corner where we're in what I call the age of the anti-hero. Between Luigi and Trump, with Trump's 34 counts and Luigi's murder, it's like America's done with the good guy. You know, we're not. And watch the sales of a new Superman movie be terrible at the box office. We're done rooting for the good guy. The good guy's boring, and it's just what this culturally represents is the little guy killed the big guy, and you know he's hot. And this is like, I was watching this thing on Soft White Underbelly. Shout out to met Mark Leda this week with Justin.
Shout out to Mark Leda.
Shout out. But I was watching Orion on there explain that like death row women line up to throw themselves at death row inmates. Obviously, Chloe, I want your opinion on this, but like women are willing to like just give themselves to people on death row, and it's just like the lure of someone being threatening and scary, is attractive. So I just wanted to know what you think about, you touched on this briefly, but like when women, hard eyes emojis, Luigi, and, say, oh, he's so dreamy and he's like now this pop star-like sensation. What is your take on that?
No, yeah, absolutely. That's why it's a little bit conflicting because it's like it's wrong, but I'm getting a little bit like he's hot at the same time. You know what I mean? Like your dick is hard, but it's bad. You know what I mean? So that is what the conundrum is like, wow, he's exactly the type of like it's so weird. It's the weirdest thing. And so that's why it's like really weird and it's hard not to think about that because you're like, exactly, like at the end of the day he did murder someone, but to be controversial, how do you think how would you relay a message that needed to be relayed? And because you can't do it
what frustrates me is that while Luigi Mangone is basically racking up groupies, guys like Justin and I who are like hardworking in our 30s might struggle with dating.
So at the end of the day, just because I think it's hot doesn't mean I'm lining up to date him. It's just that in the media they perceived him as hot. If you've dated a guy from jail, you're definitely not dating a guy from jail because you got to go do visits and like everybody smells in there and like and you don't know what they did that day. Like dating a guy in jail is something different. But just because we think he's hot doesn't mean we're going to date a convicted felon. We just find this convicted felon hot.
So I'm gonna give my 2 cents. So my whole thing is that like, okay, I think with America, I think America is very much rooted in like the underdog. You know what I mean? So I think the big thing about like someone like Luigi is that he kind of represents the underdog.
Sure,
you know what I mean? Because like you said, like if we're talking about the good guy, everyone's supposed to root for the good guy. You know what I mean? Yeah. So like if we're talking about like what makes the story interesting, people like the underdog. People like someone with a spotty or checkered past. You know what I mean? People want it because at the end of the day, like I mean, as much as people idealize perfection, like people also know that that's not humanistic or that's not realistic at the same time. So I think in a sense, people are willing to look at people that are willing to like basically go down to the level that they think that things need to get done, but they idealize them because obviously they would never be the person.
Exactly.
They would never so I'll say it like this. They'll say it like this. Like if presented the gun and to make the decision, they would never be the person to pull the trigger. But always they idealize the person that can. And that is the biggest thing. Yeah. They idealize the person that can make that decision and that can really stand up for the beliefs that they believe in. But at the end of the day, they believe it. They idealize that person because that is something that they can't do. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree.
And so in my like pure perspective about it, it's like, dude, I mean, even you hear me. I obviously I don't favor the healthcare system, but obviously I wouldn't be the one pulling the trigger. But I understand people that idealize him because they're like, oh, we don't like this system. Like, but at the end of the day, we can't be the ones to pull the trigger. This guy is the one guy that pulled the trigger for us, so he represents the ideals that we uphold.
Yeah, it's just something. It's an underdog effect.
Yeah, 100%.
I think it's a very sad situation, and no matter how high and mighty Miss Brian Thompson was, rest in peace, and condolences to his family, but we'll see how this plays out in court, and I do hope they make an example of Luigi. I just hope that he's brought to justice.
Yeah, obviously they are, because isn't he on death, not...
He's on death row, but
he's they've got him sentenced for quite a few
years. He's in deep. It's a huge case. He's in the same prison as Diddy and Sam Bankman-Fried.
What I hope they do is that his attorney and Diddy's attorney are married.
Yeah.
Shit.
And they're and like you said, they're being held in the same facility. Deal? So we gotta see. There needs to be a series made out of this.
There's never, dude, 100%. Even if it's not now, dude, 3 to 5 years from now, 100% Netflix series.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Netflix. Hey, that's a bag right there. Hey, y'all trying to make a Netflix series about this shit?
No,
it's gotta be written and then pitched to a studio.
No, you're right.
This is.
I heard this March is a good time to pitch ideas.
Yeah.
But also, low-key, that's what I was thinking about the fire. So I'm imagine how many real people going through some real life shit that would be a dramatic ass film.
Hey,
you know what I mean?
Imagine if you're living in
Altadena. You think about this shit,
dude.
No, imagine living in Altadena or Palisades and having to evacuate and you're pregnant.
Exactly. No, there's some crazy ass things that happen to real people that are just waiting to be made a movie.
Oh God.
We don't know enough about the underground tunnels to talk about that. I think that's a myth.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah, we don't know.
I've heard from TikTok, obviously.
All right, but we do have a tight schedule of topics we want to move on to.
The underground tunnels is what it is. It's probably
Justin, you wanted to speak on the Hawk to a girl. And
I just thought it was current events. Basically, Hawk to a girl. She made a meme coin. She scammed a whole bunch of people out of it. I don't know, I just want to know your thoughts on basically culture-backed coins, because that is the kind of presence of crypto right now. I kind of follow it along as memes or whatever, but I'm not seriously an investor in it, but I know that culture coins are really big right now. To put an example, there's a Trump coin right now that's super big right now because he's about to go into office tomorrow, so...
Right. So what else? Drake.
But basically, the whole thing with her is she obviously made that coin. She pulled a rug pull. So how do you guys feel about maybe culture coins or cryptocurrency that is supposedly backed by a personal do you need help?
Actually,
give me a second. All right, let me give my spiel and then I will help her. Anyways, everyone wants their time in the sun. They know there is a bag to be made there. I am into investing myself. I like making money through investing. But at the same time, it is a very precarious market. So, people are willing to buy into and read into a lot of shit. Cryptocurrency and meme coins are one of them, especially culture coins. Honestly, if you want, it's a total another thing if you want to get into my perspective as, did Chloe walk outside? What's happening? Chloe was trying to open a bottle of wine and I told her I'd help her because she was struggling. But I needed to finish my point. Culture coins, not here to stay. Kind of a waste of money. If you know what you're doing, you could potentially make a bag off of it, but unless you're really part of the inner circle, most likely you're not going to. So, if you ask my 2 cents, stay away from cryptocurrency as much as possible for right now. If you really don't know what you're getting into, do your research, because that's your money. At the end of the day, that's your own hard-earned money, so don't fucking waste that shit. So, do your research. Try to be as knowledgeable to what you're getting into as much as possible. If not, try to find someone who's expert that is.
Shout out to Matthew McKinley from Lexington, Kentucky up in here, one of the most loyal supporters.
All right, shout out to him. I'm going to open a bottle of wine really quick. I will be right back.
All right. So, Chloe, what do you think about Drake suing UMG, making it a federal defamation case for the song Not Like Us over the certified pedophile line?
Oh my gosh. First of all, I didn't know that. That is too much. He was that hurt that he...
Oh, he said he had to pull his son out of school because of it.
Well, I get that. Because, yeah, the whole the whole world is hating on you. Obviously, your kid will also get that. If like that makes sense. And
your kid's going to catch a smoke, too.
Yeah, of course. Everyone. That sucks. That absolutely does. But that... I mean, but that kind of just shows Drake's character a little bit. You know, that kind of shows why that song was made and why.
Ooh, mixed Scorpio. Not a good look for the mixed Scorpio.
You know what?
You called out her astrological sign at this?
No, but honestly, yeah, and that's what I have to say about that, actually.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, you know, when you can't out-rap the man, you can't outsell the man, you can't outview the man, it's time to take the man to court. It's really that simple.
Yeah.
You know, so, we'll see how that one goes down. I mean, it's just, I feel like Drake's son is collateral damage, and that's terrible.
Yeah, absolutely. Because even if you go to a private school, like, there's going to be that backlash.
Yeah, and kids are really, really mean to each other.
And honestly, though, the whole world started to hate on him, and that maybe, like, he just really got his feelings hurt. That's a butthurt.
I think that Drake should throw in the towel. He can be done doing music. Because I personally, as somebody who cannot live without hip-hop, I had trouble taking Drake seriously before this. Yes, he had lots of hits. He had classics under his belt. Yeah, he had all these things. But it's just that to me, Drake was the pop star and Kendrick was the MC.
Can I be controversial?
I wouldn't want you to be anything else.
I want to be the next Drake, like, as far as, like, lyrics and the way that the songs used to hit. And so, yeah, he's gone, and that's great. And so my new music and my music just in general, I want it to be such a vibe that it just really engulfs you. And so yes,
that's eclectic. You have your rap side, the pop side.
Yes, yeah, no, and
EDM side.
Yeah, exactly. And like, if you guys should definitely listen to my music. Let me know what you think first and foremost.
Hey, shout out to Chloe Coyote's music.
Shout out to Chloe Coyote. Stream her stuff on all
platforms.
Music.
Dude, totally. I've got a new song out and everything. But like, you know my lyrics here. Yeah, like the way your body reacts to my music.
Guac or guac?
Guac. Like guac 5,000.
Oh, guac dad 5,000.
Oh, yes. But yeah, so that's my hot take on it because yeah, absolutely. Like I think it's time. I think but.
All right, Justin. When you get back on camera, do you have anything else you want to add about Drake?
About Drake? Give me a second.
Austin is saying y'all know Ellen moved to Canada because she has business with the Diddy situation or England. My bad. Well, we can't confirm or deny that because we don't know the facts either. We don't know the facts. You don't know the facts. Hey, I went to the Ellen show once, and the crazy thing is that Twitch was the host that day. Rest in peace to Twitch.
Oh yeah, did you hear about that?
That was well over a year ago, but I interacted with him a little bit when I worked as a page on Dancing with the Stars.
Oh, you worked on Dancing with the Stars?
Yeah, so I paged at Television City.
Hell yeah.
And it was just sad, that he would take his own life, but he had mental issues.
There's a conspiracy with that.
Share that.
Well, okay, I don't know much about it. I don't know much about it. We should talk about it on the next...
Shout out to the homie El Dorado.
We should talk about it on the next episode.
No, shouldn't say it right now. We need content.
Well, but I don't know the facts. That's why
Yeah, we're going to have to do some research before we just jump out the window with opinions.
But there is a Twitch... essentially, allegedly,
interesting
information.
I heard, rumor has it that there was gambling involved. Something about gambling.
Rumor has it. Well, okay, rumor has it.
Oh. We don't know enough to be talking about this.
I don't know enough. Right. I'm like TikTok information, but
we're gonna take we have the New Year's bombing left.
Ooh.
And then, or is that new? I brought it up. We got to talk about it. Shout out to this snack Justin's indulging in.
I'm hungry, bro.
Brought to you by Trader Joe's.
The New Year's bombing.
Trader Joe's
at Trump Tower in Las Vegas, as well as
New Orleans
on Bourbon Street in New Orleans. There were 2 separate bombings. The guy in Vegas sounded like he served in the military. Subsequently picked up some mental health issues. And then wrote a manifesto, committed suicide by firearm to the head, and then he had some explosives in this cyber truck that went off in front of Trump Tower. He was registered as a Trump voter. But
this is the cyber truck one.
Mm-hmm. And then the one in New Orleans was another military guy. And for me, although the FBI says there's no evidence to them being attacks being linked to each other, it's just hard to not separate them. Just given the time and the people who executed them.
Yeah. So I'll say this: I think what it speaks to is, in my opinion, I think that America has been going through a huge mental health crisis for a long time. I think the drug epidemic that we see at large is, and the homelessness epidemic, because they're intertied with one another, I think that they're both kind of like side effects of the mental health crisis that we are seeing in America.
Totally.
And I think that this is just really extreme cases of that. I mean, I'm not one that's going to say that I'm an expert in any of these fields, and I'm not one to grasp at straws, but I'm not going to be the one to say that, like, oh, these are, like, huge, like, conspiracy theories or anything. But at the end of the day, I mean, the overall mental health of Americans has probably been at an all-time low since like, I'm going to say probably, like, the 80s. I think the 80s is probably, like, the last time that America was actually, for the most part, mentally sane. And ever since then, like, we've kind of just been on a downward spiral of, like, mental health illness. And, like, I think maybe in the past we weren't at a point where we're, like, you know, we could be open and talk about it. But I think it's at the point now where it's, like, you know, it's staring at us in the face. And, like, it's the elephant in the room. Like, you can't ignore it anymore. And, like, the more you ignore it is, like, you are, in effect, kind of contributing to the problem, because if you don't acknowledge that the problem is there, you can't address it and, you know, try to fix it at the same time. Yeah. So that's how I feel about that.
I totally agree. And also, I'm just more aware now. I'm like, okay, I'm going to go out to this public place, and I just kind of, you have those thoughts in the back of your mind too, which kind of sucks, you know? Yeah. Because you want to be able to go to a public area and feel comfortable, but that's definitely kind of looming over a little bit, unfortunately. And yeah, the mental health crisis is crazy, and you know, if you don't have someone there to help you get the help, and you know, it's and it's really, really tragic as well, that they were both in the military like that. It's just really, really tragic.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's just kind of a testament to where we are as a country. Like, people, we're always going to have terrorism. We're always going to have terrorism. We're going to have natural disasters, but it's up to how we respond as a people and what our leaders do to support us.
Yeah, no, I think public perception is a huge thing, because obviously, like, if people idolize, like, these kinds of people, like, who's to say that there's not going to be, like, what is it called? When they try to basically, like, they basically try to do the exact same thing, but there's a very specific, like, term for it. It's like, remember when, like Batman came out, and like during, I think it was The Dark Knight, they were worried that there was a whole bunch of people that were like copycats of him, trying to do the same thing. Yeah, so that's the biggest thing, I think, is people are gonna feel emboldened by certain events or certain things going on, and so they're gonna want to like enact on that. And you know, America, I mean, dude, we went through that wave of like school shootings, and I think like a lot of those like mass shootings like inspired other mass shooters to also do the same thing. So like I think that's the biggest thing, is like people are in bad places, like in all senses, either like probably financially, mentally, everything.
Shout out to DJ Manifest in the house
for sure, and they really just don't have a place to express themselves. So then they kind of get to a point where like the only way that they feel like they can express their like their anger or their distrust in the government or whatever they have you, it is
to answer your question as a person from Europe who observes America as an outsider. My best crack at it is that we have not, again, you've mentioned healthcare a couple times in this conversation and in streams I've hosted previously. We don't have the right access to mental health, but we have all the wrong access to guns.
Right. Or even to even further on that.
It's easier to get a gun out here than get a therapist, basically.
Also, it's easier to get pills.
Right.
And that's a huge thing, is I think, like, not to get on that, like, whole, like, Eastern versus Western medicine thing, but, like, I think with Western medicine, the biggest thing is, like, oh, you have an issue? Like, let's prescribe you the pills that go along with that. Yeah. When it's like, okay, the whole thing with Eastern medicine is like, at least Eastern medicine, maybe like the methods of how they do stuff is like kind of like weird and we don't understand it. But the root cause is like they want to address the root causes of it instead of like just handling the issues that are on the surface. Yeah. So I think that's a big thing is like a lot of, I think that's a parallel to what's going on too. Is that like a lot of American society, we deal with a lot of the stuff that's on the surface, on the stuff that people that can see. But it's kind of boiled over to the point where like, you know, we have the stuff that's going on, you know, deeper under the surface that people can't see. But that is slowly coming to the top now where like we can't ignore it anymore. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
So I think
yes, you need to be of legal age to buy a gun, but also gun owners have children.
Yeah, 100%. It's a huge thing. So like, I think that in my opinion, like if you want to see change in the world, like dude, be the first example of it. Because if you yourself can't be the person to like be the person that changes, then how do you expect other people to do it? So you know, if you want the world to be a better place, then be a better person. Like, all right, it's not that crazy.
Last topic before we take a break here.
Yeah.
In Arizona, there was a man named. Hold up. Wait.
For sure.
Bikini Beans.
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah. His name. No, the guy who. Nautica Malone. There was a guy named Nautica Malone who pulled up to this establishment, Bikini Beans in Tempe, Arizona. Mm-hmm. It's like a Starbucks meets Hooters. Okay. Basically, the wait staff is scantily clad. Okay. It's a drive-through coffee shop.
Okay.
So
I
he pulled up to the drive-through window, jacking off, and evidently he had did this before with his pants down. The woman at the window was recording him and said, "No, that's not okay." He drove off, and then she posted the video online. It went viral, and then he drove out to the middle of the desert in Goodyear, Arizona, which you got to pass. If you're driving from LA to Phoenix, you got to pass through Goodyear. He drove out there and committed suicide by gunshot to the head. So, and he also leaves behind his wife and young child. Reactions. Let's start with Chloe this time.
So he's been doing it, and that's why they had the camera out.
Evidently, he had been caught up there before, and the women who had worked at this place had been harassed previously.
You know, I made a tweet the other day. It was like, imagine you're so horny you have to check into rehab because like Young Thug or someone did that, and the fact that it is.
Oh, I have another topic. I actually have one more topic for us to talk about after this because I think it's relevant and.
God, that's crazy. That's I don't know how to give a hot take on suicide, but
Yo, give your hot take. Be on it.
I think the filthy thoughts just got him. He was gooning so much, and then he finally gooned and got caught in like maybe the ultimate orgasm, and then just ended it because he knew his thoughts were so dirty. He could never stop.
Well,
he could have got worse. He could have gotten into a mall.
Well, okay. My thing is that I think the embarrassment caught up with him. That's why he did it. Because I think he was. I think the fact like he knew it was over, and basically it like got it like too overwhelming because it's like okay, these people have a video of me jacking off, like in my car. Yeah. I have a wife and a kid. Yeah. How do I go back to that? You know what I mean?
Right. But it's just so cowardly to say, like, to his wife and his child, you're better off without me because I made a mistake.
I totally agree, but, like, if you're in his position and he's, like, he's in that spot, like, you know, I understand from the point of view that, like, you're right. It is cowardly, but at the end of the day, that's not where his mind is at. His mind is that I'm so embarrassed that I got caught up.
His mind is also he's mentally ill.
No, exactly. Yeah. Well, that's what I was gonna bring it back to. Like the whole thing I was thinking about this is just again mental health crisis.
But my thing is, why get married when you still have your wild side? And so because a marriage is not for your lust.
Because at the end of the day, even though people have that wild side, what people want is stability, and what marriage offers is stability.
Right.
I think that's what it comes down to. And it's like people want the freedom to engage in whatever they want to, but at the end of the day, I think what they really want to is knowing that there's a place for them to come back to. So for people like that, especially that engage with that kind of like behavior, you know what I mean? Like having a marriage is something that feels safe and that's something that they can come back to. But at the end of the day, that's not going to stop them from being like weird as fucking wild and trying to shoot their shot with whoever the fuck it is out there, because that's just how they are. But, you know, for them, it's like doing that while married, it's like, okay, at least they knew that they could secure a wife, and so it in a sense, it makes them emboldened to shoot that shot even harder, because like, oh, I already have a wife, I could see how far I can go.
Sure.
But like at the end of the day, I think that is a mental health thing.
Yeah, this is really creepy. Once I was in Goodwill and I was in the shoe section, and this guy pulled up and he could tell he was pulling his pants down. So I ran out of the aisle, but I knew he was gonna jack off in front of me in the middle in that.
Because there was that video that went viral last year.
I think some weirdos do that.
It was in Philly where a girl was in a dollar store and a guy walked up and jerked off and nutted on her leg.
Exactly. They take the other pants, they start jerking off, and like you can't. And if you acknowledge it, you see them jerking off, and if you don't, you know, so if you run, you have time, you can run.
Yeah.
So yeah, those are crazy weird ass people.
It's a real thing.
Now that we're on the subject of relationships and stuff.
I don't want to talk about that type of stuff.
None of your fucking business, kid. Next question.
Yes. This is pop.
Trying together. Current events and pop culture and news, man. Not what we're dealing with.
She is not. To answer your question.
No.
To answer your question, we ain't answering your question, bitch. Shut up and watch. Keep your business out the streets and out social media.
Anyways. Shit.
Oh wow, you forgot I'm still that same asshole who sells Moon Gone.
That's crazy.
You forgot.
I know, we need that little commercial ad.
All right.
No, we should.
We are gonna take do you have one more topic you wanted to touch on?
I kind of forgot it for right now, so
then we're gonna take a break. Peace, love, palm. It's Sold Our Souls. Welcome to our new show.
Yes, sir.
All right. Oops.
How long is the break gonna be? What? I don't know, 10, 15?
Pee, smoke, have a snack, and then...
Okay, yes, sir.